Welcome back to Proficiency Challenge. Today we are going to discuss Obstetrics and Gynecology 25 MCQs. So let's start. First question, ovulation is caused by option A, peak of luteinizing hormone, option B, peak of progesterone, option C, down of luteinizing hormone, and option D, down of progesterone. Answer is option A, ovulation is caused by peak of luteinizing hormone. Next question, the most common maternal cause for big babies is options are hyperglycemia, hyperinsulinemia, obesity, genetic. Answer is option A, hyperglycemia. Actually, maternal diabetes is the most common cause of big babies. Diabetes during pregnancy causes the mother to increase her blood glucose level and it will be circulate to the baby. In response, the baby's body make insulin. All the extra sugar and the extra insulin production can lead to excessive growth and fat deposition in fetus. That's why larger baby. So next question, Apgar score for newborns does not include. Options are heart rate, muscle tone, temperature and respiratory rate. Answer is option C, temperature. Actually, Apgar score is a system for evaluating the physical condition of a baby immediately after birth. The score measures 5 vital functions such as appearance, pulse, grimace, activity and respiration. Apgar scoring is obtained at 1 minute and 5 minutes after birth. Next question, which immunoglobulin crosses the placenta? Options are IgG, IgE, IgM and all the above. Answer is option A, IgG crosses the placenta. Next question, child suffering from intrauterine growth retardation is called. Options are A, low birth weight baby, B, small for date babies, C, malnourished baby and D, premature baby. Answer is option B, that is small for date babies. Next question, the largest diameter of fetal skull is. Options are A, mendovertical, B, submendobregmatic, C, suboccipitobregmatic and D, occipitofrontal. Answer is option A, that is mendovertical, that is the largest diameter 13 cm. Next question, in the histological examination of choriocarcinoma, which one of the following is absent? Options are trophoblast, B, hemorrhage into surrounding tissue, C, villi and D, necrosis of adjoining tissues. Answer is option C, that is in the histological examination of choriocarcinoma, the villi is absent. Next question, which one of the following is associated with maximum risk for endometrial malignancy? Options are atypical hyperplasia, cystic glandular hyperplasia, adenomatous hyperplasia and proliferative endometrium. Answer is option A, atypical hyperplasia. Atypical hyperplasia is associated with maximum risk for endometrial malignancy. Next question, the most common cause of postpartum hemorrhage is. Options are uterine fibroids, antepartum hemorrhage, mismanagement of third stage of labor and coagulation defects. Answer is option C, that is mismanagement of third stage of labor. Next question, estrogens are secreted by one of the following. Options are option A, cystic teratoma, option B, granulosa cell tumor, option C, dysgerminoma and option D, arenablastoma. Answer is option B, that is granulosa cell tumor. Next question, all the following tests would be helpful in the diagnosis of molar pregnancy except. Options are ultrasound, HCG titer, X-ray of lower abdomen and chyldocentesis. Answer is option D, Kaldosynthesis. Investigations for high datiform mole are as under, that is sonography, high HCG and X-ray abdomen. So, Kaldosynthesis is not a suitable investigation for the diagnosis of high datiform mole. Next question, in normal pregnancy, amniotic fluid shows maximum volume at option A 30 week, option B 34 week, option C 38 week and option D 40 week. So answer is option C, that is 38 week. Amniotic fluid volume measures 50 ml at 12 week, 400 ml at 20 weeks and reaches the peak of 1 liter at 36 to 38 weeks. Next question. All the tests are helpful in the diagnosis of an ectopic pregnancy except option A pregnancy test, option B Kaldosynthesis, option C X-ray of pelvis and option D pelvic examination. The following tests are done as an investigation for ectopic pregnancy. They are Kaldosynthesis, hematocrit, pregnancy test, quantitative HCG blood test, serum progesterone level, transvaginal ultrasound, white blood count and even Kaldosynthesis. By Kaldosynthesis, we can able to identify even PID and ectopic pregnancy. Next question, which one is the commonest carcinoma in female in India? Options are breast carcinoma, cervical carcinoma, ovarian carcinoma and endometrial carcinoma. Answer is option A, breast carcinoma. So next question, the commonest tumor of the uterus is, options are leiomyoma, endometrial carcinoma, leiomyosarcoma and stromal sarcoma. Answer is option A, leiomyoma. Next question, precipitated labor can cause all the following except. Options are postpartum hemorrhage, prolonged labor, perineal lacerations and cervical incompetence. Answer is option B, prolonged labor. Next question, maternal death in eclampsia occurs due to. Options are cerebral hemorrhage, pulmonary edema, renal failure and option D, all the above. Answer is option D, all the above. Complications of eclampsia include cerebral hemorrhage, pulmonary edema, renal failure, liver necrosis, abruptio placenta, hemolysis, retinal hemorrhage, etc. Next question, the most common complication in a fibromyoma during pregnancy is. Options are cystic degeneration, red degeneration, calcareous deposits and infection. Answer is option B, that is red degeneration. This red degeneration will happen to a large fibroid usually in the second half of pregnancy or puerperium. Next question, phlebitis puerperial after forceps delivery. Options are Allium cepa, cecal core, Simcifuga and Colophyllum. Answer is option A, that is Allium cepa. Next question, which of the following ovarian neoplasm is associated with postmenopausal bleeding? Options are dysgerminoma, endodermal sinus tumor, granulosa cell tumor and Krukenberg tumor. Answer is option C, that is granulosa cell tumor. Next question, fetal component of placenta is. Options are chorion leaf, chorion frondosum, decidua capsularis and decidua basalis. Answer is option B, that is chorion frondosum is the embryonic portion of the placenta. It consists of finger-like projections or villi of the chorion surface. The chorion frondosum extend to meet the maternal portion of the placenta, which is composed of intervillous pool of maternal blood. This allows diffusion of oxygen and waste gases between the membranous layers. Next question, true statement regarding adenomyosis is. Options are A. More common in nullipara. Option B. Surgery only the choice of treatment. Option C. Presence with menorrhagia, dysmenorrhea and enlarged uterus. Option D. More common in young women. Answer is option C, that is menorrhagia, dysmenorrhea and enlarged uterus. Adenomyosis is the uterine thickening due to presence of endometrial tissues in the muscular wall of the uterus, usually found in females above 30 years. Sign on PV examination, uterus soft and enlarged. Prognosis is it will subside with menopause. Next question, the commonest cause of vulvovaginitis in children. Options are gonococcus, trichomoniasis, oxyureasis and candida. Answer is option C, that is oxyureasis. 24th question, the commonest cause of secondary amenorrhea in India is. Options are endometrial tuberculosis, premature ovarian failure, polycystic ovarian syndrome and Sheehan syndrome. Answer is option A, endometrial tuberculosis. So last question of the day, where are intramural fibroids present? Options are A, within the wall of uterus, B, in cervix, C, outward of uterine surface, option D, in the interior of uterine cavity. Answer is option A, that is within the wall of uterus. Thank you for hearing me. If you feel like this video is useful, kindly share, subscribe and tell your valuable comments. Thank you all.